Yeah, but what we're focusing on today, is Black Friday, Cyber Monday, BFCM. Hello and welcome to Also Over Everything podcast. This is a podcast where we receive stories, tips, and tactics from entrepreneurs who have done it. Today is a focus podcast. We should have a name for this podcast, actually.
Focus. Zoning in.
Yeah. Should you have a name for it?
Lasered.
Yeah. No, I'm saying when we're just us, but we're diving in on a topic.
Yeah.
Maybe we should have a name for it, like a focus, something to.
What's like when a hustler's focused? You're dialed in.
Mm-hmm.
You're in the zone.
Well, why don't we just call it focus?
What's focus? It's too late.
It's too late.
It's too late.
Okay.
It needs to have a little panache, as you like to say. little pizzazz.
Little pizzazz to it.
Pizzazio.
Okay. Yeah, but what we're focusing on today, is Black Friday, Cyber Monday, BFCM. Black Friday originates from being in the black, actually having sales. Just because of this time of year, Christmas time, Q4, that's when a lot of people make their sales and get in the black. Whereas in January, February, it's a slow season. So it's a different journey.
So this is the moment where a lot of retailers, a lot of e-commerce stores are in the black because is it just to, get the engine going for the holidays and like the big expenditure days? Exactly.
Literally for them to start spending more money, for people to come in, spend their money, and get those sales going, get the business going.
Get the business going.
So we're gonna talk about both organic and paid ways to have a successful Black Friday. Like we always do, trying to bring you some real proven knowledge on what we've done. So just to run down some of the things I've done. I've worked with clients on their Black Friday campaigns. I've been on the other end of a Black Friday campaign, and my past experience serving customers from working at specific startups to different e-commerce companies that I'll be using to really give you some tips and strategies to get more focused in and be prepped for Black Friday.
There's no one better for this conversation than you.
Oh wow, that's a big compliment.
It's a big compliment.
Definitely not. There's definitely more people that are more.
Well, as everyone knows on our audience and the podcast, guys, Alex Witt, the Witter, he is a great digital marketer. He's worked with a lot of brands, a lot of different businesses on helping them deliver their products and services to people who don't know about them. Right? People who want to discover new products, and it's your goal as a digital marketer to help them find customers when they don't have anyone. And a couple of things as well too, like we'll also get into, is for the new people who are building out stores. They've been in business for perhaps 2 months, and they want to capitalize on Black Friday, because there's a lot of people in our audience who are starting out their business. They've built something out, and this is a big event that's starting. It's not a big event, but it's a big day coming up within the business holidays, right? So it's going to be interesting to really break down what are some key techniques, some strategies that they can use to really get a couple sales. You don't have to go ballistic and get 100, 200, 300 like a seasoned e-commerce website would do, but it'll be great to understand some things that they can start to get a customer base where they could have a cold audience. They have a cold market to market to. So that'll be interesting to tap into.
Most definitely. So to start off, I think it's right if we start with talking about what are some strategies and content that's needed when it comes to getting customers in those doors. When it comes to Black Friday, a lot of people think, hey, 2 days before Black Friday, 3 days before Black Friday, I'm just going to start advertising like crazy to get people in the doors. But the truth is, as a Facebook marketer, as a marketer overall on several different platforms, you can't compete. The big boys are going to be spending millions upon millions of dollars on ads during this time period. This is when you have to have a qualified audience that you can reach out organically at this time to really start selling. If you think that you're going to hit people on Thursday of the Black Friday to try and get that sale, it's going to be tough. This is what it is. So what you need to do is have a primed audience. So from this point now, from the day you're hearing this podcast to up to Black Friday, you need to be doing what you can to warm up that audience and gain that new audience, new data that you can touch them with. So what I mean by that is you can get their emails, their phone numbers, their messenger chats, and get whatever information you can on them. So when it comes to organically reaching out, you have that ability. So what some of the things you can use to do this is an email drip campaign with Klaviyo. You can have a landing page with a specific offer that you give them. You can have some Facebook ads that are lead gen Facebook ads. Of course, there's some top banners that say, hey, give us your this and we'll give you that. And those are some easy apps that you can use. Later, I'm going to get into some content creation aspects as well, because you're going to need some more content if you don't already have content for Black Friday, Cyber Monday. Mm-hmm. So let's jump into it. For on-site shopping, instead of marketing down products, you need to be focusing on creating packages. So what I mean by that is, what a lot of us do as entrepreneurs, we think that, hey, we have a product, a t-shirt, and we'll think that on Black Friday I should mark it down 40%. But instead of having that t-shirt be marked down 40%, we could easily have 2 or 3 t-shirts and mark those down 40%, so you'll have a stronger average order value, so you're making more money. Mm-hmm. And that way, your price floor won't be as significantly low. So, for instance, I used to work at Banana Republic, right?
Banana Republic.
And, oh, man, that was such a...
The thing is, Banana Republic, bro, I used to think Banana Republic was a bougie-ass store.
Right?
I used to go and man, I wish that was, my leveling up. Mm-hmm. So leveling up to me back when I used to shop. So I went through this phase when I was grade 6, grade 7. I grew up in Sarnia, right? So you see Bear Man, all white guys. They're all wearing Abercrombie and Fitch, Hollister, American Eagle. So when I went to high school, I was like, you know what? I need to graduate from this thing. And Banana Republic was that brand that I used to think this is the young adults, I'm freshening up, I'm stepping up. Mm-hmm. And then go there, I'm like, yo, this stuff is not even really me. It's it's plain Jane. No, I don't say, I'm not gonna diss Banana Republic. It's quality stuff, but it was a rude awakening. I thought this clothing is for me, but it's kind of expensive, to be honest. A shirt is gonna cost you, I'd say $90, $95, and it's just a regular button-up t-shirt. And I'm like, why would I spend $95 for a shirt when that's when I discovered H&M at the time. Mm-hmm. I was like, H&M is my baby. But man, I just wanted to share that with you, man. It was I used to see Banana Republic as this prestigious establishment.
A lot of people do.
Exactly.
A lot of people look at Banana Republic and think, ooh.
Oh my God, Banana Republic, BR. And then you go in there, it's so, meh.
Exactly. And don't get me wrong, I actually learned a lot from working at Banana Republic, and I met some really good people there. Shout out Danny, shout out Stephanie. But one thing I realized is that they had so many sales that their price floor went down crazy. So
what's a price floor? Because you've said that twice now, right?
The price floor is just the pricing that you think that product is worth. Mm-hmm. So if I say I'm selling these pair of pants for $100, but then every Wednesday I sell that pant for 40% off, that price floor is now $60. Because people think I can just get it for $60 on Wednesday. Yeah. So it's consistent thinking that the price is not actually the 100, it's the 60.
And Banana Republic used to do this.
And Banana Republic would do that. Every Wednesday they'd have a sale, and they'd have people crashing their doors every Wednesday on some kind of email promo code thing, right? So their price floor went down. So if I'm a shopper and I know that you're gonna have a Black Friday sale, they're like, all right, I know that your product is.
We're back in the pit.
We're back. We have to take a quick break for technical difficulties.
Yes.
Back to price floor. So with price flooring, it's important that you have packages on your products so you can increase your average order value. One thing we're thinking about doing, to be transparent, is having jogger sets and having products to go on top of it, whether it be stickers, whether it be mugs, products to go on top of the average order. So you're not just selling a sweater or a jogger, you're selling the sweatsuit and other items to go on top of it. So the average order value will be higher. So that's really huge.
One thing I want to ask you, man, you spoke about price flooring, and Banana Republic does this thing every Wednesday. And when we look at Banana Republic, what I was saying earlier is that it's presented as a premium brand. So if you're repeatedly doing price flooring every Wednesday, for example, Banana Republic, but let's insert ABC brand, who they've positioned themselves as a premium brand, but they keep decreasing their pricing. Don't you feel like that's diminishing the image of the brand?
100%.
It is, right?
That's what Banana Republic did.
Yeah.
That's what a lot of us do. We'll create a brand and we'll start having sales upon sales on it, and then people just come for the sale but don't come for the actual product. And
also feel like that's what happened to Armani too. Remember, Armani was so a prestigious brand. It was the suit. If you had an Armani suit, actually reminds me of the Seinfeld episode. I don't know if whoever likes Seinfeld, you know the episode I'm talking about, when Banya gives Jerry a free suit and he just wants a free meal, and they make this whole charade about him having an Armani suit. It's an Armani suit. And I used to think Armani was the hottest thing ever. Now when I go to Eaton Center and I'm walking past Armani, it just doesn't have the same flair.
There's levels to it.
What do you mean there's levels?
There's levels.
Is there Armani? Are you talking about Armani Exchange?
No, yeah, Armani Exchange is probably what you're thinking about, right?
Yeah, something like that. I think there's two Armanis, right? There's Armani Exchange and then there's like Armani, right?
Exactly. Okay, so there's Polo. I think there's like Ralph Lauren, right? Like there's
Polo.
There's Polo. There's Chaps. There's the whole line. Then there's like Purple Label Ralph Lauren. There's levels to it, and that's what Kanye did. When I deeped how Kanye moved, I was like, oh,
what was he doing?
So
is it the Gaps, like him, what he's doing with Gap now?
Exactly. So Gap is his Chaps. Gap is his, Armani Exchange. Gap is his low tier brand, and then Yeezy, like the sneakers, is his like staple product, and then he's probably gonna have like the Yeezy line. That's gonna be the high end. So he's gonna eventually gonna have like a each tier of like low, mid, and high. So you can get you at all price points.
Did you ever see Kanye ever going down this route?
Honestly, once I saw that he interned at, who was it? Was it Dior or I think it was Fendi that he interned at Fendi, something like that. He interned at a company. I'm like, if he has the humility to intern as Kanye West, he's gonna be a monster. At that point I was like, oh no, he ain't playing.
Yeah. It's kind of like that one story you told me when we were doing the pod the first time, and you told me Denzel still takes acting lessons as a prominent actor, prolific, bro. Like, and he's still taking lessons each and every day, the basic stuff. So it just takes a whole different mentality to just be like, hey, look, this is my business, this is what I do, but let me continue learning each and every day so I can find like little gaps where I can improve. But I never saw Kanye going down this road of hey, Yeezy, because Yeezy was like a brand that it's hard to get. You line up outside the store. But his vision has changed over the years. It's now becoming more of like, hey, how can I get my line into as many people as possible without really diminishing the Yeezy allure, which if you still wear Yeezy, it still looks cool. You still feel cool. It's not like Shaq where you buy the sneakers at Payless and you can still feel like, oh, like, you know what I'm saying? Imagine if you wore Jordan, even till today, if you still found Jordan at Payless Shoe Source, you still feel like you're rocking J's.
Word. It's the top-down approach, right?
Yeah.
It's that everyone wants to be a little higher in life. So there needs to be an aspiration for you to punch up, right? So when you wear Yeezy, you're punching up a little bit.
Yeah.
But Shaq, he started at the bottom. So you're only going down if you wear Shaqs.
I never really liked the way he did that. I mean, I get his whole angle was to bring affordable sneakers to kids who couldn't afford it. That's very noble. But noble kids who are poor, they want Jordans. Even if they're poor, like I'm not rocking Shaqs. You know what I'm saying? It's a different.
You got roasted for wearing Shaqs.
You got roasted for wearing Shaq. Even if you're a Shaq brand, like Shaq is not a finesse player. He's not Jordan. He's not Iverson. Like,
Well,
who wants to be a big, like, because you associate the player you love, like, with the sneakers you wear.
False.
What do you mean false?
False. If Shaq had gone to Nike, Adidas, and had a killer pair of shoes and went the top down approach, he could have a great pair of shoes, and he had that.
Dog, no. The thing is, look at historically brands which have given a signature shoe. It's never been a big man in basketball.
Yeah, but there's never a big man like Shaq though. Like, which big man do we know that have the brand that Shaq has? Not that many.
But Shaq takes dollars from anyone. Shaq takes
Dollarama has an ad. Shaq's coming for
there.
it.
HP Hewlett Packard has an ad. Shaq's there.
Or Mini
Icy
Cooper.
Hot, Mini Cooper.
Mini Cooper.
Shaq is fitting in a Mini Cooper. He'll take any bag possible. He has no line of like, you know what, this is not a bag for me. He's just
Yo,
like,
what would be the hilarious? Yo, Shaq and Mini Cooper would be hilarious.
dog, I actually saw Shaq at Regulars at one time. I don't know what it was, but some festive was happening in TO. I was on a date actually at that time, and I was at Regulars, and it's kind of light up, bro. I was at Regulars, and guess who was sitting beside me? It was this comedian. He's black guy.
Okay, come on.
Not Kevin Hart.
Cat Williams.
Not Cat Williams.
Martin Lawrence.
No.
Chris Rock.
No.
Describe the comedian.
Very dark.
Very dark.
Yeah.
Short, tall.
Like 5'9".
5'9".
Not Spears.
D.L. Hewley. Ari Spears.
Yes.
Ari Spears. Bro, Ari Spears, super dark. He does a lot of imitations.
Yeah.
Ari Spears?
No. Not he does he did the Jay-Z stuff on late night.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't this guy, but it was like I forgot his name right now, but I remember he was sitting there having a regular dinner right beside me, bro. And he kept looking at me and the girl I was with. And he's just like, how are these people not recognizing me or whatever? Because I looked at him. I was like, hey, what's up? Like, very casual.
Yeah, the black guy nod.
Exactly, right? And his missus went up to whatever. He looks at me. I was like, hey, you enjoying dinner? I was like, yeah. And he kept looking at me like, wow. Like, you know what it was?
Come on, pause right there. You came out of your dinner with the girl and just to say, what, you enjoying a dinner to a dude?
No. So his girl went to the bathroom. He was alone, and me and this girl were sitting across from each other.
Okay.
And he looked at us just to start harmless conversation.
Yeah.
And he's like, you guys enjoying dinner? I'm like, yeah, whatever. And he kind of looked dumbfounded because he thought I would recognize him when I looked at him. But I just continued going.
Okay, so he's that famous.
Yeah, he's that famous, bro.
Got you.
Like, bro, there was bare people in town that weekend. So Shaq walks in, and as I'm sitting there, a whole like I swear, like the whole place went dark. And I looked behind me, and I was like, yo, it's Shaq. And then he just kind of continued walking, and he went to the private area in Regular's bar, bro. But who would have thought, man? At the same night, this guy's there, and Shaq is there, but he's as big as Kevin Hart. Yeah, he's as big as Kevin Hart. I really
don't know who you're talking about, but
man,
okay.
it sucks that I'm gonna not figure it out, but we can like blur it in, like here, like, you know, hey, and say, hey, this is the.
Was he in Barbershop?
Nah, bro. Man, he's one of my brother's favorite comedians, man. I don't know why it's slipping my mind.
All right, we'll put it in.
Come
We'll
back
figure it
to
out.
But back what I was saying, bro. The brands like Shaq, I just never see them selling that well because historically, if you're an aspiring basketball player, you're a kid playing basketball player. You look at Kobe, you look at Iverson, you look at LeBron, guys who play the wing because that's who gets the most love and attention. Shaq, no one wants to associate themselves with a big man.
Nah, everyone loved Shaq, man. He actually had a brand deal, I think it was Reebok or something like that. And what happened was a girl threw the shoes at him and said, hey, no one can afford your shoes, or my son can't afford your shoes. You heard that story, right? And then he went back and got a deal with Walmart and was like, here, I'll give you my shoe deal. And
sometimes cheap isn't good.
No, but listen, sometimes cheap makes money because he's sold 300 million pairs. He's out here selling shoes, bro. Shaq has sold a lot. He made a lot of money off them shoes.
I think as well too. That's a good business strategy. I think you as a person, you have to decide: am I making a performance shoe? Am I just making a shoe that the regular kid who just wants to go out on recess and play hoops, who's not a ball player can just wear an affordable pair of sneakers and not go buy Jordans or Iversons or Kobe's, Adidas's of the time.
Yeah.
Right. So I think that's where he was coming from.
Exactly. And overseas, that can do numbers. Because a lot of people overseas can't afford the Jordans, but could afford the Shaqs. And the kids might not know about Jordans either because they all might be poor. So they're all like, oh, he got Shaqs? Oh, that's all right.
Yeah.
You know, so it's the levels you play. It's the levels you play. There's probably way more demand for Jordans, of course, or any other Nike sneaker. But that's just the game he played to make it. And he did make it. He did make a lot.
Yeah.
It's not as coveted like, any Jordan at all. Like, even past 23. But
you know what's funny, man? I remember like Troy and Rashad, they had him on the pod. And just I saw them post this yesterday. He was telling his kids, imagine you become rich and the family thinks, oh my God, we're rich, right? And then Shaq is just like, no, we're not rich. I'm rich. Y'all gotta get your own bag.
Facts.
Yeah,
most definitely. So let's get back to
the
matter at hand. So for Black Friday, Cyber Monday, as entrepreneurs, you got to make sure you're driving traffic now. Have lead magnets going. Some lead magnets that you can do. And before I even get there, let me show you what a lead magnet is. A lead magnet is something that drives leads to give you their information. For example, a quiz could be a lead magnet where they go through a quiz, and to get the answers to that quiz, they give you their email, and you give them the answers. And the platform that does that is called Quizzer, QZZR, or another one could be Typeform, etc., etc. So the point of a lead magnet, like I said, is to capture data. And this is the time to be capturing as much data as you can. This is the time to have your pixel installed on your website if you don't already. Both Facebook, Instagram, well, not Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, LinkedIn, whatever pixels you have that you're going to be targeting people on, make sure you have that installed on your website so you can track that data to retarget them in the future. Also, now is a good time to have ManyChat or a messenger app or messenger bot going, because those are a low-key sleeper. A lot of people answer their messenger bots,
Really?
Yeah.
I always saw those as, to be honest, like when I go on a chat and like, historically when you get a chat box on a website, you think it's some robot you're talking to. And that's why whenever I get there, I don't even bother using the chat feature because I know it's just programmed. I'm not getting a real person. So are you saying people should like invest in actually chatting a chat box or?
So actually, so what you bring up is interesting. I'm not talking about that specifically, but when it comes to that, you should have either a human or you, or that message should go to you so you can answer that. But what I'm talking about is when you have an ad, it goes to a messenger bot, which will get their email or just get their contact information at all, or just a messenger. Because once you have that messenger, you can retarget and send messages out to that. So, for instance, you're scrolling through Instagram and you see, message me for this deal. And they message you to get 10% off on a purchase now. And you have the information from Messenger and probably their email.
Yeah.
So you can actually retarget them through both Messenger and through email. It's a big sleeper a lot of people don't do. And that price form, one thing I want to give credit to is, what's his name? CT the Disruptor is the person who gave me the price floor gem. So shout out to CT. And where was that? We're talking about driving traffic and the messenger ads. One thing that you brought up though was the chat app on your website when it comes to customer service. So I hate that too. I hate when you click on and it's just a bot.
It's just a bot.
It's
not, and especially this era we're in, we want more.
Yeah,
we want to feel as if we're important. If I'm coming in your store, the same way I'd approach you in a store and say, "Hey, Alex," or "Hey, whatever." Loyalty apps. I know you've come in. I know Alex is in the store. We want to feel special. We want to feel as if we're valued customers.
Yep.
If I'm a returning customer or whatever, and you have, I don't know how sophisticated websites are, they can actually remember who's back, or maybe if you're logged in into their account, like, "Hey, Alex, welcome back." That little moment of truth goes a long way for experience.
Most definitely. And this is an app on the show you, bro, that's actually been sick. So I showed you to a little bit. You remember Gold Tolstoy?
Gold Tolstoy, you did show me that.
So bro, y'all listeners, you got to tap this in because right now it's free and it probably won't stay free. So what this app is on the bottom right hand corner of your website, you can actually have video. Imagine the pop up like a messenger bot or that little chat in the bottom right hand corner. Instead of that, you have an actual person, a video of somebody waving at you. And you can tap on that and get a video of a person talking to you and directing you to specific links.
Yeah.
This is a big gem for people who like us who have multiple products, multiple things that we offer. So what? Actually, we haven't even talked about it yet, but we can talk about it now and just be transparent with the audience. Now, one thing we could do is we could record ourselves saying, "Hey, welcome to us over at everything.co. If you want to listen to our podcast, click right here. If you want to shop our merch, click right here." And we can direct people to specific links so they feel like they're welcomed into the store. That's a big gem for people who don't have the time to direct people, or if there's a specific sale, that's a perfect way to greet people and say, "Hey, welcome to my store. Right now we have these 3 or 4 products on sale.
Yeah.
So take a look at these. This is why I love this product. This product is great because of X, Y, and Z." And have those people be enamored by that video and go shop immediately. Big gem. And right now it's free. It's called Goals. Let me put it down. It's a GOTOLSTOY. Horrible name.
Gold Story.
Gold Tolstoy.
Gold Tolstoy.
It's a horrible name.
Little tongue twister, innit?
Exactly. I'm like, bro, why would you name your company this? This is horrible.
Hey man, they should have consulted us. 'Cause,
honestly,
historically, I mean, I've been, I've never missed on naming products.
Yeah, honestly. Well, it's actually called Tolstoy, but Gold Tolstoy is like saying gold.
Tolstoy.
Yeah, like go to Tolstoy.
It sounds like a toy store.
Yeah,
I'm
not feeling it at all. Yo, Tolstoy team, if you're hearing this, like, it's time for a rebrand. Honestly.
Speaking of Facebook ads, man,
let's get into
Facebook just came out and they're saying that they're thinking about rebranding their store. What are your thoughts? Not store, but their website, the whole social
name. Yeah.
What are your thoughts on this?
Man, it's very interesting because they're trying to get into the metaverse, right?
What is the metaverse?
The metaverse, basically a fake. Well, universe is the verse we're in. There's one universe, so one universe. Uni means one. Metaverse essentially is this meta verse. So it's just like a fake world essentially.
So they want to make a fake world.
Exactly. And it's going to be owned by the people at the top. It's going to be owned by Facebook, Twitter, and probably Snapchat, probably getting into it too. The metaverse is basically going to be like real life Sims, so where we can go in, have, goggles on and be walking around the world, creating our own stuff, and networking with people in the metaverse.
Bro, funny enough that we're talking about this because I've always predicted that we're living in, it kind of goes back to simulation theory.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, we exist in a simulation in a sense that we are part of a big computer. You know the whole simulation theory. Elon Musk did some explanation about it a couple years back.
Mm-hmm.
And we are actually like Sims right now. So we're one big part of a computer. And we might be thinking that we're living life right now, bro. But someone in a different universe or different dimension, this is their metaverse. So they've created, I know it sounds banal to hear this because, we're human beings, but we exist in someone else's metaverse. We exist in someone else's world. They've created this world with animals. They've created this world with buildings, cars. They're superhuman beings. They've created this alternate universe, which them as superhumans, they're like, let's make these creatures who are not as smart as, because their brains work as computers. They're like aliens, man. This is me talking from just what I think. It's not proven fact, but this is what predictors are talking about when they talk about simulation theory and everything that goes in it. It goes into the Sims theory, but the whole core basis of it is like we exist in someone else's simulation, which is like a Sims. So we're going to be able to now go create a Sims using the virtual reality and everything that exists.
How are we fake though?
That's an interesting question.
Yeah.
I don't know. We're real, but the way the universe works, man, it's there's a multiplicity of different universes that exist. Like it'll be insane to think we're the only living creatures in this time and space. In the 3D world, we exist in the 3D world, but in the outer space and other universes, there exists other worlds and other things with we don't know what exists out there, because to travel there, it just sounds crazy to everything. Maybe when we die, we can touch that, right? This is me being esoteric and everything, but maybe if we die, we can blink and we're in a different universe.
Man, that'd be crazy.
That'd be crazy.
But yeah, I don't know about that, man. I don't know about that.
That's something we can research later. Back to ads, man. Back to ads.
Real quick, let's put a button on metaverse. So universe, like I said, uni means one. Yeah. So verse is this the world we're in. So one universe, where meta means after or beyond. So it means like beyond the universe. This is just like a fake universe. Imagine Sims, where we can walk around as humans and interact with each other, say hi, say what's up. Have our own art, have our own assets in a fake world. That's essentially what the metaverse is.
So it's an escape from reality.
Exactly. It's just like, I realize that Facebook is just creating fake realities, and it just wants to go deeper in that fake reality. And it's like, all right, how far do we go? But it also makes it interesting that, like, it feels like Mark Zuckerberg is seeing Instagram and Facebook as the past.
He's seeing it as the past.
He already built it. It's already running on its own, and now he's like, all right, I'm on to the next thing now.
Do you think it's way past maturity now? Like, when you look at the product life cycle, Facebook's been in existence now for close to 17 years.
Yep.
You must be wondering what's next.
Exactly.
Like, how do you get better?
Exactly. What I want to know is how the adoption is going to be. How are they going to adopt the metaverse into the world? Is it going to be through brand deals? Like, how is he, like, Google goggles failed miserably. Snapchat goggles failed. What was they called? Snapchat? I don't remember. Spectacles failed. Yeah. So what Mark Zuckerberg tried to do is, he tried to brand it with Ray-Bans, right? Thinking that would work, but we'll see how that goes. I think he's more likely to succeed because people want to wear something that's stylish, and they are somewhat stylish.
The Club Masters.
Imagine the Club Masters?
Club Masters. It's like the iconic Ray-Ban frame.
Oh, that's what they're called?
Yeah, Club
Masters. Didn't know that. Yeah. But, yeah, man. Back to it, though. When it comes to that customer service thing, one thing that we just did is that we added a Shopify customer service app on our phones. So if someone messages us directly, they can actually come to us as a message, and we can just respond to it while we're doing whatever. Or email them back. So that's one thing that's another customer service tip. So we can answer those questions while people are coming in, because there's going to be a lot more traffic on Black Friday, on Cyber Monday. So you got to be prepared. One thing we learned from Mark Lafleur is that on days like this, it's time to stack up your team with people that can answer those questions. When he was on Dragon's Den and that episode aired, this whole team was on
all hands on deck.
All hands on deck. We're just answering questions, getting sales through. Yeah. And I've done that before. I've been in that position where you're just answering questions on the back end. Man, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. It sucks.
Sidebar: when we say all hands on deck, I kind of have like this funny. I kind of hate corporate lingo, bro. This is an all hands. This is a town hall. This is a stand up. This is agile. What are some corporate lingo that synergies? Hey, let's circle back to that.
Oh my gosh!
Let's circle back. Let's put a pin on that.
Let's put a pin on that.
Let's put
that in the parking lot.
Can you you know what I mean? All hands, virtual stand-ups. Can you send me a calendar invite? Like, bro, all these corporate lingos that just grind our gears, man. But that's what you gotta do for Black Friday, man. You gotta bring your whole squad. I know a lot of people that have a team of, like, let's say 4 or 3. Everyone's gotta be locked in. Because you got to be ready for those Shopify pings.
You got to make sure you over-communicate about that.
Yeah, over-communicate.
And it's always touch base. It's always have like a quick touch base.
Oh my God. Can we do a quick check-in?
Quick check-in.
Yo, when your manager or your boss tells you a quick check-in out of nowhere, it's just like, oh my God.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, bro.
But, yo, Al, we're talking about Black Friday, and a lot of people are let's say they're not new to e-commerce, but they're building up their stores. One thing that you stress upon a lot is never market to a cold audience, right? Before running ads, you want to have a specific number of sales. So if you're a brand new store, you've existed, let's say you just started your store a month ago, you've done everything. Can you still kill it on Black Friday, even when you're running and you're competing with ads with people with big budgets? Get some more clarity on that, because I also like to learn about that as well.
That's a great question, man. So if you're a store that's just starting up and you're trying to sell on Black Friday, first things first, I'd say partner with other providers, people that have big stores in your niche, and see how you can leverage with them. So whether it be contests, organic Instagram posts, and now especially with the organic Instagram post, how you can pair with people. That way you can target anyone who's interacted with that, and figure out ways to get organic traffic to start, whether it be through SEO, like I said, contests, organic methods, and then you can retarget people once you have their details in. So that's a start point for people who are new to the game. Of course, what we can also do is have a pre-sale for Black Friday, where it's a very promotion, 10% off, or you're having ads directly to bring people in, but it's nothing crazy where you're trying to have a big discount like you would on Black Friday. So a lot of people do initial sales where they get people in and have them interact with the content and purchase, so then you can retarget them for Black Friday. One thing a client of mine is doing is she's having ads go live, and they're getting a ton of engagement. And based off that engagement, she knows that this ad is performing well, or that they're at least engaging with that content. So then she can re-engage them with a Black Friday ad because they've already seen it and been exposed to it. So let's say I'm selling phone cases, and they watch that phone case ad all the way through. I can then retarget people who have engaged with that phone ad, and then say, all right, you already seen this ad before, and now you can come and buy it on Black Friday. So that's an option to do as well when it comes to advertising to net new people. So yeah, those are some options, man.
All right. Yeah. So we've spoken about predominantly doing Black Friday, and this is e-commerce. You're doing a product, a physical product. Let's get into services. Services is you provide your time for something. You provide perhaps it's a subscription to something. There's a lot of different ways you can break services. Let's say the startup entrepreneur right now is someone who exchanges their time for money. They could be cleaning houses. They could be a hairdresser. They could be a dog walker. Barber, side hustler, something they're doing outside of work. How can they best prepare for this big splash of a day?
All right, so now if they have been in business for a while, this is a great time to leverage something to get a big LTV. So if you're a service provider, what a lot of service providers do is they package their products. If you're a barber, you buy a haircut, and the haircut costs a specific amount. It's a product, right? So what you could do is have a Black Friday sale where you can say, hey, I'll give you 4 haircuts for X price. Let's say a regular haircut's $40, and say, all right, I'll give you 5 haircuts for $200. So you can think about it like, all right, maybe I'll take this because I'm already gonna come here and I can save $50 or $40 because I think 40 times 5 is 240, right? No, 250. It's 200.
Yeah.
So let's say you do the sale for 150 then. So you save $50 if you shop on Black Friday. That's an option. If you're a service provider where you're cleaning houses, what you can do, like I said, is package. So people are buying things over the long haul, so it increases the LTV. The thing is, too, is that you want to focus on people who are not only buying from me, but are on the fence of buying from me as well. They've maybe done it once, that's time to get them back in. And what I would suggest as well is figure out ways to interact with people to get the most out of them. For instance, get reviews out of them, get them talking about your product. say, hey, if you refer 2 people to my product on Black Friday, I'll give you X% off. So you're also getting the reviews that you can leverage in the future as well. So those are some ways that service providers can package their products. Because at the end of the day, if you're a good service provider, you've packaged your product, and you can sell that package just like anything else. So
yeah, a lot of service providers, they always feel that like Black Friday is not for me, because Black Friday, you're seeing, it's sort of like Boxing Day. You know, it's everyone rushing to the big box stores. Everyone's looking to get that TV, that flat screen they can watch Monday Night Football on. And service providers like how do I cause hype around my thing? And that's the reason I was thinking about, like, man, you know, I never see service providers really go ham on Black Friday, because it's not a hot destination where I'm going to go there to, like, I'm going to go to Sally's hair salon and whatever. That's just like, Sally can wait today. I'm going to Best Buy. I'm going to Walmart. I'm going to Target. I'm sticking on this computer and going to Amazon. And that's why they think they might not have a shot. They might not have a chance, because their attention is people are looking to acquire physical goods. But this is an opportunity to actually double down and really tailor your service to get your customers to stay. Not just once, but perhaps they can invite a friend. They can do whatever. You have to be creative.
Yeah. Another thing too is maybe not give your whole service, but a marginal part of that service for a discount. For instance, if I'm a barber that charges $40 again for a haircut, maybe you could do a Black Friday special as a lineup, or a fade specifically, so people can get that experience, and then have you as a barber. Because the thing is, with barbers, they're loyal. You know what I'm saying? You're loyal to your barber.
Once that barber knows the head shape of you, they're like, that's why, man, I used to go to Onyx a lot. And then the whole shutdown happened. Yeah. But I moved on.
Yeah.
And now my guy knows my head. It's never packed.
And you're loyal.
I'm loyal, bro. Like, when you cheat on your barber, bro, it's like you're committing. It's actually true cheating. It's up there with actually cheating with your missus, or your
Word.
Man's know, like, yo, this isn't my work. This is you actually went to some other character and they cut your hair.
Yeah.
And they get feelings, bro.
Word. So if a barber had a discount, if your barber hit you with, all right, for Black Friday special, if you refer 2 people to come in, I'll give you a free haircut. Would you refer
if
them?
I bring in another bro to get a free haircut?
Yeah.
And I know of course, I'll bring my friend. I'm like, hey, bro, like, save your cut next time. Come to my guy.
Exactly.
Of course I'll do it.
Exactly. And that barber, and he going to eat after that.
He's going to eat.
He going to eat, because once you get that loyalty, it's over.
Loyalty.
You know what I'm saying? So
I feel like barbers have the most loyal customers out there. I can't even think about any other group of business people who have loyal guys.
Probably. Barbers probably have the most loyal, because they're more than barbers. They're barbers, they're friends, they're therapists, they're a lot.
Sports fans.
You know what I'm saying? There's a lot that goes into that. I
can think of, like, maybe a mechanic. Because if you're sticking to one mechanic as a guy.
Mechanic is a good one.
Yeah.
This that mechanics are not as frequent, though. Yeah.
It's based off convenience.
It is, it's based off convenience, so I'd say barbers might have to take it over mechanics, because you can go to another mechanic as well, like your car, like
and girls too, like, they might switch up hairdressers.
Yeah,
because it's, hey, you can't do this hairstyle for my wedding. I'm gonna go to a pro.
Yeah, exactly.
Makeup person, hey, you can't do this type of look. I'm
going someone else. Yeah. Girls ain't as loyal with makeup. Girls are not loyal with makeup.
So pretty much, if someone wants to start a business, like, I think, and you want to have the longest lasting business, barbershop.
I was thinking that could be like a mixed use business. Like, someone should do like a barbershop mixed with something else. So then every time someone comes to get a haircut, they can buy something else. Yeah. And then they have that loyalty of people coming into your store consistently.
Man.
I think Proper Reserve used to do that, actually. Ooh. Proper Reserve. That was Get Fresh before Get Fresh.
I never really got to see them in action, but
a few businesses did it. Got Style did that. Get Fresh did that. A few companies used to do, like, the mixed shop and barbershop.
What's that, Crown?
Does Crown do that? Do they have clothes? I think they might have merch, but I don't know if they have, like, an actual shop.
I see people wearing Crown. Crown.
Yeah, the Crown T-shirts and stuff like that, and the hats. Yeah, I have a lot of hats. Word. Yeah. But matter of fact, shout out to Jabril and Get Fresh, man. I heard they're closing down their shop. You know,
legend on Queen West.
10 years in the
10
game,
years. Bro. 10 years is no joke, especially in Toronto.
Yeah, that's a fact.
You know,
that's a fact. There was a one point in time where I would walk down Queen Street and then I'd pass by Brim's, then I'd pass by Get Fresh, not Get Fresh, Everson Frank Vintage, which is another black-owned store, probably black-owned, and Get Fresh, and all could like shop black on Queen Street in 3 ways. Like that used to be like fire, but
man, it's just so let's pay our respects to Jabril, man.
Facts. Let's do that.
Personal story for me for Jabril. He let me and the Sneaker Deck team film our commercial in his store.
Oh, get out of here.
Yeah. You know, because he used to see me. I used to go there a lot. And I just went in there. I'm like, hey, man, what can I do for you? So he's like, hey, whenever you're recording your video, posting it, put Get Fresh and put the link on your website. And the video got 40,000 views at the time. So I hope it brought him a lot of traffic. But just like that, he didn't even think about it. He didn't even say, hey, no, pay me this. He let us use it for free.
Yeah.
You know,
it's
regular
funny.
Man's like that.
It's funny you say that. My very first interview was at Proper Reserve, which is now Get Fresh.
No way.
I swear to God, bro. My very first interview was with, I can't remember his name now. He's a painter. Shout out my guy. And Corey Shapiro, the owner of Vintage Frames, was at Everson Frank Vintage. And that was my second one. My first one was with, I forget his name. I feel so bad because
we're having brain farts today. I can't remember this famous comedian that I saw with Shaq, and you can't remember your first.
My first interview. Yeah, man. But yeah, Jabril was there though. He's the one who let me record in the store. Yeah, man. So that was my very first interview. Was in Get Fresh, like the actual store. It was Get Fresh. So yeah, man. So it's a loss to the community. But his store will still be going. He's moving online, so you know, shout out to him. Y'all go shop there. I own a lot of his clothes, so yeah, y'all go do that. Let's keep it pushing. So we covered a lot so far. We've covered marketing. One thing we got to talk about is email drips, man. If you haven't already set up a drip campaign, I highly suggest you do a Klaviyo drip campaign for e-commerce store. If you're a creator, I highly suggest ConvertKit. Shout out ConvertKit. They sponsor a lot of our podcasts. And you can check them out for free up to 1,000 subscribers using our link. So make sure you do that because that's an easy W. We covered customer service using Go Tolstoy, messenger bots. One thing I didn't mention is Zopayam Chat. That's a big one. I used to actually be using like Zopayam Chat in the startup world. Zopayam Chat's a great app if you want to have customer service. On the back end, you can actually see what page people are on and say, hey, I see you're on the Balenciaga page. Do you know that this shoes come with X, Y, and Z? And serve them that way. So they're actually getting human-to-human contact, you know? So Zopayam Chat's a really big one. And we talk about Shopify customer service app. Let's see what else we can touch on for these people, man. We got the papers here.
Yeah, guys, Black Friday is your chance to really, really make a splash. And it's also a great time to test. Test product, see what works, see what doesn't work, how your customers react. If you really want to be bold, this is the time to go for it.
Most definitely.
You know what I'm saying? It's time for you to shine. And we're also going to work on dropping us our product on Black Friday as well. We're planning for that.
Yep. Stay tuned and stay locked into hustleovereverything.co.
Exactly. We had to really diminish some of our products.
Yes. Yeah.
Big heartbreak, Alex. Big guys. You know, Alex is a savage. I'd say that.
I'm not a savage, man.
Sav. You know, he's a realer Sav. Like he likes to keep it very honest and keeping it. Keep your emotions out the door. So a little backstory. Before Alex Whitfield era, I was designing some of the Hustle Over Everything merch, and I was going all out. I was just doing my thing, making anything that could just look hustle. So we put our merch up on Instagram polls, and it's like yeet or keep. And some of the designs I personally love were yeeted out. Yeeted.
Yeet.
Yeet. Right? And people are like, hey, some of the designs I thought like, man, that's not gonna go on. People end up loving it.
Which one do you think was not so good?
So
lightning bolt?
the Hustle Over Everything logo, which has the bar, it's like a delta. The delta logo, I'll call it a delta logo. Hustle Over Everything. People are like, yeah, keep that. I'm like, man, this, the design flaws are there. I can see like the lining of the U and the T. That it's just kind of, it looks very arts and craftsy. So that's why I don't really rock it, but it looks good for a logo. But I would not wear it for a t-shirt. I love the hustle and flow. But some people like that. And it goes back to what we're talking about here, man. The market decides what it is that they're going to buy. You as a creator, you just have to create something that they want. It's not what you want. Mm-hmm. And it's a rude awakening. It's, this internally, but this is one of those moments where it's a reminder again that you can make something that you love to wear, but if no one else loves to wear and you want to build a business out of that product, hey, man, you can't do it.
Yeah. Hey, listen, man, I even tried a few products. I tried a product out, 2 days ago?
The Token Hire?
Yeah, Token Hire. I threw it up there. I'm like, yo, this is gonna kill. Threw it up there. Yeet.
Everyone was eating it.
People hated it too. I was like, God damn. Some people DM'd me directly and were like, all right, this has some potential. So
there's something there.
Change this up, change that up, So we're working on some designs. We really want to like serve y'all some things that y'all believe in, and
that they can relate to.
And you can relate to. So we're working on it. We're working on creating those products for y'all. So we're in the midst of building business ourselves. And we're just being transparent with you. So to wrap it up, we covered quite a bit in this pod. We've been rocking for a while, but we've covered a lot. We just mentioned Klaviyo, which was an email app. You can do both email and text through Klaviyo and set up specific flows to react to people's reactions. So if someone says, I want to buy this product by clicking on an email, this is a specific flow that can go with that. Or if they subscribe to a specific list, you can have a flow that go through that. So Klaviyo is great. Shout out to Tia and Mastering Pop Facebook group. They're very bougie on Klaviyo, so that's one thing you can definitely check out. So hopefully this podcast served you. We covered a lot. Yeah. If you have any questions, DM us. If you have any thoughts, DM us. We're here to be a resource for you.
We're here to serve you guys. We're servants.
Most definitely.
To our community.
Most definitely.
On that day, you want to hear your Shopify app make that ching-ching.
Ching-ching.
Like tax. Ching-ching. Say hello to the bad guy.
Oh, yeah, tax.
Black Friday season. About to get this money.
Yeah, man. Speaking of which, we were talking earlier before the pod.
Yeah.
And last pod, you mentioned that Joe Budden is the podfather. And I had a visceral reaction to that. And I was like, podfather?
The podfather.
Honestly, I feel like the real podfather is Charlamagne the God, bro. If you think about it, like the amount of people that came on.
Podfather within the black community.
No.
Overall. Not Rogue?
No, because who does Joe Rogan put on?
That's true. Rogan just does his thing and he's winning.
And he's winning. But Charlamagne actually put people on. He's put Andrew Schultz on. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? He's put Jesus Mero on. He put Chris
Combat Jack.
No. Combat Jack is before. He's deceased, so R.I.P. Combat Jack. True. You know what I'm saying? So he's no longer the podfather. He was original. He's the OG. And then it goes to Charlamagne. Jesus Mero, The Reed, Andrew Schultz. The list just goes on and on and on.
Yeah.
Horrible Decisions, another one. They blew off coming on the Brilliant Idiots podcast.
Yeah. So
if you think about it, Charlamagne is probably the podfather, bro.
He finds talent. He's got the Midas touch.
Facts. Anyways, let's work towards wrapping up, man. Anything you want to talk about before we get out of here?
That's it, man. I just think this is a great opportunity. We really gave a lot of great information. Great job on really laying it down for our audience and our new audience members who find this podcast later on and they want to apply the Black Friday deals and the tactics. No, this was great, man. This was great. I'm excited, and I just want to wish everyone the best for their Black Friday and their business. And let's get this money and let's make our customers happy at the end of the day.
Let's get this money, man. We jumped around, but at the end of the day, we provide y'all with value. So let's wrap it up on that. The hustle is what you can control. So control your grind. I control your life. I'm Alex.
And I'm Owen.
And that's Hustle Over Everything, y'all. Peace.
Peace out. Bang, bang.
Bang, bang.